Hey there, Taurus. Welcome to your reading for the um this is for mid-June, and I'm going to keep doing that right there. So, welcome to your reading for mid-June 2024. You actually have three cards here. For your first three cards, you have the moon, you have the clouds, and you also have the scythe. And so, I'm going to show you these cards in just a second, but all three of those cards together, they're from the Lenormand deck, by the way, and just because I currently can't find all my Oracle cards, but they might be on their way in a box. So that's probably where they are. But anyway, those three cards together, could represent kind of like cutting out some sort of fear or needing to see through some sort of fear. And really intuitively, that is more the message I get off of those three cards. So I think that, there could be a change that's happening for you. And this is about, like, sometimes when we just don't know what's on the other side of a change, obviously, that can bring up a lot of fears or uncertainty, not being sure about the future. And I get more of that feeling going on here. And I'm not trying to be like mysterious or anything, but I really do think that there are things that you don't see because you have that clouds card, which I'm about to show you. And, look at your last two cards here in the area of the good stuff, two aces. Both things are reaching out of the clouds. Like, how crazy is that? But, I kind of get this feeling that, that's where I was going with these three cards. We'll start with the moon. And sorry, like my new buttons are in a new order, so they're going to mess me up. But the moon is not necessarily a bad card in the Lenormand. It can just represent kind of like uncertainty or fears, but really it's a card of your dreams and needing to manifest those dreams here on Earth. And then you have the scythe and the clouds, the king of clubs. And I kind of feel like you need to see through the clouds, or that there are things that you're not seeing, where things actually might be going better than you think. It's actually a pretty good reading here. There is uncertainty. You have the moon in the tarot showing up here as well, but I think things are, about to kind of clear up for you. Even the clouds on this version of the clouds card, it's like the sun is peeking through those clouds. The scythe is about, cutting things out of your life or things that need to be removed from your life. So in your first row for your current general energies, you have the Three of Cups, the Eight of Swords, and the Six of Swords. Three of Cups, it's kind of interesting as well. I think that Taurus could be forming, like tighter groups around them as far as people are concerned. So you might be finding yourself kind of like wanting to surround yourself with like a tighter group of people. I don't necessarily think you're like, cutting everybody out of your life, but you could be focusing more on tighter connections or connections where there's just a better connection or there's a better flow with the people. And again, I think this has to do with support. And so it's like you're surrounding yourself with people who are much more supportive of you, or who want to be more supportive of you, right? It's like sometimes in life, I think there are people where it's like clear that they want to be in your life. And then, there are other times where it's like there are people where it's clear that they could care less either way. And, it's kind of like one of those things where I don't necessarily think this is like a good or a bad thing. I just think you're saying it's like if people want to be in my life, then be in my life. If they don't, then don't. And I think it's a much more maybe like matter of fact energy as far as people are concerned for you. You have the Eight of Swords. I also feel like you could be avoiding like stuck people or people who are unwilling to change or unwilling to kind of like make upgrades in their life. So I feel like you're much more focused on freedom, which, as I've been saying for years, I think there's definitely this big focus on freedom and wanting to be free for Taurus. And yeah, I just think moving forward, you're going to be more focused on that. It's like you're heading in a direction with the Six of Swords here. Six of Swords moving on to calmer shores, but it's like, I think that there are people right now where it's like they're going to choose to stay stuck in the old world. And I think the only thing you can do is keep moving forward and keep pushing towards like the new world or towards a better world. And so that's really, the first row is pretty simple. I think you're in this zone where you're saying like, people who don't want to move forward, then they're just not going to move forward. People who, do want to move forward on their journey, people who want to grow, they can follow, or they can get in line, or just not, right? So I think that's kind of where you're at here, Taurus. With the Three of Cups, you have the Temperance card. It's like you've been patient. I feel like you've been patient enough. It's like there's only so much you can do. I'm also getting something about like self-reliance here, Taurus, where it's like you're realizing that you can only maybe take care of yourself. Maybe you're kind of like realizing that you're the only one that can make things happen for yourself. And again, if people want to follow along or if people want to be part of the journey, then they can be part of the journey. And with the Eight of Swords, you have the Hermit. I think you're coming out of hermit mode, or you're coming out, again, you're forming tighter groups around you, but I think maybe you did go through a hermit type energy where you had to learn how to do things on your own, and now there are certainly people that can help you. But it's kind of like, I think what I'm trying to verbalize here as well, Taurus, is it's like you're not trying to get people to come along. I think you're very much in this energy of you're either for me or against me. It's funny that I said self-reliance on Temperance. Temperance is not really a card of self-reliance necessarily, but the Hermit definitely is. With the Six of Swords, you have the Page of Cups. I think for a lot of you that you could be, again, forming new connections, not just in love, although there is like a little bit of love here for sure. This could be love coming in for you. This could be a person who's coming in for you. But, in a lot of ways, you have two pages here, and I feel like you are more paying attention to your messages, especially Page of Pentacles to the Ace of Swords. It's almost like you're starting to listen to yourself more, and I feel like this first row is really talking about that. Next, in the area of the unexpected, you have this by the book card and this happy, happy card. I don't really feel there's anything, all that unexpected other than, again, I feel there are things that you don't necessarily see or you're not aware of yet, because it's like there's something coming out of the clouds. Maybe there's been confusion or a lack of clarity, or maybe you've been working on projects or whatever and you're not sure what direction they're going in. But I think things are starting to become more clear for you, and this is clearly going to make you very happy. This happy, happy card is like one of my favorite cards in this deck because she is like channeling happiness through the top of her head. So I feel for a lot of you that you're starting to do things that like make you more happy in life, which is a good thing. You have the Page of Pentacles, Four of Pentacles, and Two of Pentacles. For a lot of you, I feel like this could be like new ways of making money, or you could be discovering better ways of making money. So we see financial increase here. It's almost like there's kind of like two opportunities coming in for you. One is the Ace of Pentacles, which, could be something. And with this Page of Pentacles, the opportunity could be an opportunity to learn how to make more money. The thing with the Page of Pentacles is that we are learning how to do something. It's a card of education. He's like the card of studiousness. So you're in this, I kind of feel like you're in this learning phase. What I would say also that I'm picking up off the reading is that you're learning by doing. So I don't think this is necessarily learning from a book or, learning from a course or a video or something like that. I think it's like you are needing to actively do something. So if you're not doing something, or especially like as someone, I love learning, right? I go through 1 million courses a year and, I read tons of books and everything. But, one thing that changed my life is like learning one new thing a day and putting it into practice. And so I think if you're just learning and not doing, then, the Page of Pentacles is saying learn and do so that you can get this progress that I see in the reading. You have the Four of Pentacles. Things are changing in a lot of ways. It's almost like there's like a boat that's leaving and you have to get on the boat. I think you've kind of like waited long enough to get on the boat, right? And there are maybe people that you're leaving on shore, especially with that Six of Swords showing up here. It's like you've waited long enough. We go to another card of patience, the Strength card, and it's like there's no more waiting that you can necessarily do. I don't think that there's anything else that you can do to kind of like get people to come along. So if you're making changes, you might have to kind of like make these changes on your own. You have the Two of Pentacles. I think that you're in a very busy time. I really don't get much here for you, Taurus, on the Two of Pentacles. I think it's just talking about you generally being busy, you generally having a lot to do, and I think you're just in a busy time. With the Page of Pentacles, you have the other ace, Ace of Wands. So 3 aces, definite new beginnings. Like whenever we have multiple aces like this, there's some sort of new beginning coming in for you. I really see those last 2 aces as an opportunity, and we're definitely going to talk about that. But the Ace of Wands is out with the old, in with the new. And in your next card, your next route, you have this transformation card. So you could be going, or you are about to undergo a major transformation in your life. With the Four of Pentacles, you have the Chariot. So the Chariot is a victory and leaving something behind. He is normally leaving that city behind him and he's, just trusting that the universe is going to bring him in a new direction. So I really feel that Chariot is just you leaving things behind. With the Two of Pentacles, you have the Ten of Swords, leaving something behind. Pretty clear reading to me. It's like usually do get these readings where there's no really no mystery as to what you are encountering or what you're going through. So I feel a lot of you could just be going through changes. You're leaving things behind, but not, like this is not a bad thing. This is a good thing. You're leaving things behind for growth. I think going up to the Ace of Swords here, that you are leaving things behind for so that you can live your truth. The Ace of Swords is definitely a card of your truth, and living more of your truth or living a life that where you can be more truthful. And it's not saying like you're a liar. It's saying that there are certain things that we all want in life, and you are experiencing or you are trying to live more of those things. Next, in the area of what's coming in for you, you have this miracles card and this transformation card. So there could be miracles, but again, I think these miracles are really just opportunities that are reaching out of the clouds. Like maybe you've been in a period of confusion. I don't really think it's that dramatic for a lot of you. I think just it's more not you're doing things that you've never done before. And because you're doing things you've never done before in life, of course, you have no clue what is going to show up in the future. It's like you don't know what the outcome is going to be. And especially if you're going through a transformation, or if you're just, starting a new project, or, dating a new person, whatever you're doing, of course, you're not going to know what's going to happen. But here you go. Looks like a transformation and miracles are exactly what is going to happen for you here, Taurus. You have the Strength card, again, a different kind of patience than the Temperance card. Temperance is like actively trying to turn one thing into another. Temperance is more about like the Strength card is more about the development of strength. She has her hands in this lion's mouth, so she is having to do something to be strong. She is, the Strength card is a display of strength. She has her hands in the lion's mouth. As I always say, like who in their right mind would stick their hands in a lion's mouth? And the answer is nobody. So I feel for a lot of you, this is more about you displaying your strength. It's more about you doing things that show that you are strong. And, again, I think that you're going to start receiving credit. Sometimes I feel with the Strength card that it's really a card of receiving credit for the work that you're doing, because, people are starting to notice the work that you're doing. You have the Moon card. The Moon is, again, more of that kind of like uncertain feeling. So I definitely get like uncertainty from your reading. I think that's the kind of like one of the energies. You're not sure how something is going to turn out, especially if you're working on a new project or a new business. I also kind of feel like you are, I see like a puzzle in my head. I think you're putting a lot of puzzle pieces together, but it's almost like, each part of the puzzle that you're putting together is an experience. So it's like you've spread yourself out, you've learned a bunch of new things, and now all the pieces are coming together. And, it's kind of creating a picture. And I think this could be adding up to your master plan right here, Taurus. So it's like, maybe you've been learning from work, you've been learning on your own, and now this could be adding up to you starting a business, right? So I think, that's just one example. This could include love as well. It's like maybe you've been dating a bunch of people, or you just have experienced a few people in your life, and now it's adding up to something bigger. Again, still uncertain about the future. The Moon reminds us one foot in front of the other. Keep pushing forward with the Moon, because eventually you will get there. The other interesting thing is, I feel like you are actually perfectly balanced. This right here, the dog and the wolf, dog and coyote, whichever you prefer, it kind of represents your domestic side and your wild side. And so but I do feel you have balanced kind of like your domestic needs with your, wild side, whatever you want to call it. And now you are able to move forward in perfect balance. You have the Five of Pentacles. I don't know. I feel like everybody has to deal with this right now. Five of Pentacles kind of says that maybe you don't have the resources necessary to do something. I think anyone who's doing anything right now probably doesn't have the resources necessary to accomplish what they want to accomplish. But the trick is you have to do it anyway. So even if you don't have what you need, or even if you don't think you have, Five of Pentacles, the solution of the Five of Pentacles says, do not call attention to your weaknesses, focus on your strengths. With the Strength card, you have the Eight of Cups. Like we've been saying this whole entire time, I feel like you are walking away from things that no longer serve you. But this is more like, this isn't a forced walking away, but I just think that there is a boat that's leaving and you have to get on it, whatever that is. Even if that means there are people who don't come with you, right? With the Moon card, you have the Knight of Wands. So again, more kind of like adventure. Even if we go down here this way, we go to the Page of Wands. And Page of Wands is like very excited. He's fearless. The Knight of Wands is also a card of being fearless and fearlessly moving through like a transformation or a change that you are undergoing. So I think you are moving towards that kind of fearless energy. The other thing I would say about the Knight of Wands is I think a little bit more being a little bit more spontaneous or willing to try new things is always a good idea for you, Taurus. It comes up a lot for you. With the Five of Pentacles, you have the lovers here. I do feel like there could be love coming in for you. It could be a fire sign going this way. It could also be a Cancer. It could be any sign, general reading. But I do feel that there could be a new connection coming in for you. There's something about you, again, if you want love, there's something here about you really focusing on your strengths or really focusing on things that make you feel strong or that make you feel secure. And, I think that focusing on that would be a good idea. I think the other thing that would be a really good idea for you here, Taurus, as far as love is concerned, is like you're moving in a direction, towards accomplishing something and making sure that that a person who comes in for you, making sure that they don't like change your direction. It's like sometimes I think we make changes in relationships so that we can make sure like a person doesn't leave us or whatever. But I think that finding a person where it's like they don't necessarily have to do what you're doing, but where they don't like get you off your path is what's really important here. Next, in the area of the good stuff, you have this card that says, the full moon in Taurus, it says, your dreams need a practical plan. You have the new moon in Libra, it says, a new romantic cycle begins. There you go. Definitely could be love. I don't really see this as a love reading. I think this is more a transformation reading, a transformation opportunity reading, I would say, with the two opportunities that we're about to talk about here. But again, they're definitely, there's always love available to us. I think that you do need to have a practical plan. I kind of feel like you already do have a plan because the pieces of the puzzle are coming together, and that's really where this reading is going. So you have the Ace of Swords. The Ace of Swords is a victory, but it's also your truth. And I think as long as you're doing things that you want to do and living your truth, things are going to go really well for you. And that's exactly what I would do here with the Ace of Swords, is make sure that you are moving towards your truth. Again, if someone in a relationship wants you to do something that you don't want to do, then the answer is no. And if they don't like it, then too bad, right? And so I think that sticking to that and not, it's like, I think when we do that, like when we do something or we allow something, we start making kind of like those concessions in a connection, that's kind of like the beginning of the end. So I think as long as we're sticking to our morals or ethics, but also just not sacrificing things, then that's when things can work out. And I think this is about living your truth and doing things that you want to do. I always say if you're doing things that you hate, then you're not living your truth, and I would cut those things out. So again, the opportunity there is to live your truth. You have another opportunity here, which is the Ace of Pentacles, and the Ace of Pentacles, I feel, is something that has potential. You have two cards of potential kind of here: Page of Pentacles, Ace of Pentacles. This is like something new that's coming in for you into your life that has a lot of potential. I kind of feel like it's something that you could work on. So it could be like an opportunity, a project, something that you're creating. And I think as long as you kind of like nurture this thing into existence, that you will be very successful. You also have the Page of Wands. Yeah, I think there's a lot of reasons that you should be excited. So again, if you're in the clouds right now and you can't see the sun yet, I think the Page of Wands is saying, be enthusiastic about the future, don't be worried about the future. Make sure to maintain your enthusiasm, your positive vibes, whatever it is that you need to kind of focus on here. But let's see. And this is a brand new deck that I'm using, so it's not really cooperating. With the Ace of Swords, you have the Ace of Swords, exactly what I said. So I definitely feel there's like some sort of truth that you need to live, and that's what I would do here. With the Ace of Pentacles, you have the Devil. The Devil, this is coming up in the area of the good stuff, so it's going to be good no matter what. You could be attracting another Earth sign as well, Page of Pentacles, so it could be an Earth sign. I also feel this is saying that you have changed a lot of your habits. I was saying something here about love and attracting love into your life. So I think for some of you, you could be doing things that improve your life in some way, and that could be why you're attracting love. Like you could be improving your health, or maybe you're getting more mentally healthy, or maybe you're improving your financial life or whatever. And that could be something that is helping to attract like a more healthy person. With the Page of Wands, you have the Knight of Swords here. So it's like you're rushing in a new direction. Again, I think it's kind of like once the clouds part in your life, which I think could be happening at this time, that you are going to be moving forward very, very quickly. Yes, definitely. You literally start with this turtle card. It says slow protection. So it's like sometimes, I think maybe you're just trying to protect yourself and moving more slowly towards a goal, wish, or dream, or you have been. Maybe things feel like they've been slow, but I really feel I'm going to skip forward to the end. You have this freedom in action card. It's like you're going from a turtle to a horse. You're kind of taking action. You're moving forward more quickly, and I think you're getting faster results as well. But also because you're moving more quickly, I think that there could be more opportunities opening up for you. You have this old woman. It says sadness and female on it. I'm actually going to clarify it with this. You have this tree. It says stability and growth. I definitely feel that. I don't know that you're sad, but I do think you want more stability in your life. Again, part of being free is, kind of having freedom, or is being stable and being able to grow. I think that if you haven't been seeing the growth that you desire, that you're about to see. You're about to see the growth that you desire. So, really good reading here, Taurus. I like where this is going. So, thank you for being here and definitely enjoy your month.